page 64, which begins, they've come out of the plane, and it begins at the beginning of a sentence for once. Shirley and Wendy, with the help of many volunteers, moved the injured passengers and those still suffering from nervous shock, that would be me, to a cluster of palms situated like a small oasis in the centre of the beach 200 yards from the wrecked plane, as Captain Clifford had told them to do. Soon Shirley had her first aid box open and was dispensing medicines and soothing sedatives. I've got shock. Me too, I've got shock. Whilst Wendy was busy taking thermometer and pulse readings, helped by Marianne Noble, who was giving ample proof that skilled nursing was among the many self-taught attributes that she had acquired during her tough girlhood upon her Canadian father's lumber camp. And tough as she is, she's still with the girls doing the nursing. Whereas Stephen Marlowe and Alan Noble carried slumberettes from the wrecked airliner, and with these extended to their sleeping position, the patients were made comfortable in Shirley's desert island first aid post. They also unearthed some tarpaulins from the plane, which they stretched between the palm trees to shield the patients from the fine sand blown up from the surface of the beach by occasional miniature whirlwinds, which found their way inshore from the giant seas still raging angrily beyond the lagoon. Well, that was quite a sentence. Wendy worked like a galley slave, tending to the needs of the patients with the quiet efficiency of a trained nurse. Excepting when, oh here we go Wendy, when the handsome young film actor from Hollywood happened to be in her immediate vicinity, of course. On these occasions, her eyes were liable to wander. Oh, handsome. And her aim with the thermometer became so erratic that there was a danger of it being thrust into a patient's eye instead of mouth. Could have been worse. And her own temperature soared by leaps and bounds. Hello, Stephen. Good for you, Wendy. Still got it, even when you just crash landed. Look what you're doing with that thing, girl, snapped Colonel Hatchet. Colonel Hatchet, a retired regular army officer of the old school, making a return visit to the Far East to tour the Pacific Islands on the Qantas Airways famous Bird of... End page.